Hi guys, this is CyberSec Nerd here. So today we are going to talk about, we are going to learn about some of the basics of Linux or Unix commands, how to navigate through the directories, how to navigate to the files, how to create files and manipulate some of the files. Okay, so just to start with, I will just clear my screen. So this, cd dot dot. So just to start with, I would like to let you know that, PWD. So for example, if you want to know what is the current directory you are in. So for example, you can see slash home slash cloud user. So this is the home. This is my current directory, current working directory. Okay. We can also call it as present working directory, right? So just to start with, so for example, if I want to create a file of 0 bytes. So the very user friendly command I'm going to use it. Touch. Okay. Touch. Maybe configuration. Yeah. So this is the file has been created. Now I want to list this particular file ls-l. So you can see inside this particular directory, there is one particular file. You can see configuration, and there are the two directories inside it, cybersec node and cybersec node 1. So you can always list ls-lrt. It will give you even more details, or it will try to arrange the files in a chronological order, maybe ascending or descending order. Okay. So as you can see, this is the directory that has been created first, and this is the file which I have created just now. So let's go ahead. So this now we have created a file, right? So maybe I will create one more file. Touch configuration 1. Okay. ls-l. So you can see both the files have been created, configuration 1, but there is no data inside it, right? So going ahead, yeah. So for example, pwd. So I am in the present working directory, home client user. Okay. So let's navigate. Sorry. Let's navigate it to the child directory. Okay. So for example, cd cyber sec node here. So pwd, you can see the directory cybersec node ls-l to list the contents. You can see these are the files there: config1, config2, version 1. So just to start with, I would like to let you know how to copy the files. Okay. So before I do that, I would like to let you know, for example, there is certain number, we call it as inode, associated with every file. So for example, if I want to know the inode number for the file name as config, ls-I config. Okay. So you can see this is the number associated with the file 54553433. Okay. So if I were to copy that particular file to some other location, we would like to know whether something is getting changed or not, right? Okay. So just to start with, let's say I'm creating one more file. Name is touch new. Okay, so if I were to see the content of this particular file, I will not be able to. So cat new. So cat is the command basically to see the contents of this particular file. But as I have created just now, it's a 0 byte file. It does not have any content. Okay, so just to start with, I will just put some kind of the data in this particular file. So vim, this is just like a VI editor. So new, okay. So here is the file. So maybe welcome. Yeah. So welcome aboard. So let's 1 minute. Welcome on board. So I will just save this here. Save this file. So now I just want to copy this file new, which I have created into some other directory, let's say. So present working directory is cybersec node. I will copy this particular file into the other directory, which is cybersec nerd1. So copy, let's use a syntax new. This is the file which I want to copy into the destination directory, which is home, uh, cloud, user, uh, cybersec node 1. Okay. So yeah, so let's see. So I will navigate into that particular directory, cd dot dot cd cybersec node 1. Okay, ls hyphen l. So you can see, here we have copied this particular file new. So what I wanted to show you is, so here, remember this is the target directory in which we have copied this file. So when we copy the file, the inode, this is the new file that is creating in the destination directory, right? So ls hyphen l new. So you can see, nope, someone else, so you can see this is the inode related to this particular file which is created, which is new, ends with 86. So let me get back to the cybersec nerd, the previous directory, and we will try to check, or we can check it here, ls hyphen l, sorry, hyphen I slash home cloud user. Okay, cybersec node 1 slash new. Sorry, I want to navigate. I want to see the file, the inode of the file related new, which is placed in the directory, previous directory, right? So this one. So you can see the inode related to both the files is different. So when we use copy as a command, the new file is getting created, right? It's no longer a same file. Okay. So that's what the intention is. And normally in the Linux, you will use the move command to rename that particular file. Okay. So let's say I want to move this particular file. I want to rename this particular file new to new one. So I will use new, okay, to new one. This is done, ls hyphen l. You can see new file is no longer there in this particular directory. And let's check the inode number related to the file new one, right? It should not be changing because we have just renamed the file. So the inode related to this particular file new should be same as that of the new one. So less I new, yeah, sorry. So you can see, I mean, this is the inode related to the file new, and similar inode is related to the file new one. So when we try to use the command move, we are only renaming that particular file, but nothing is changed about that particular file. Only the metadata related to that file is getting changed. Okay. So we talked about touch command to create a 0 bytes file. We talked about, we have amended, or we have added the content to that particular file by using VIM, right? VIM as a tool. We have made a use of the copy command. We have made a use of the pwd command, which basically shows you the present working directory. We've also used the move command. So let's go ahead. So right, so remove is pretty much of it. If I want to remove this particular file, remove new one, so it will be removed ls hyphen l. So you can see that particular file is not there. So when I use the remove as a command, only thing is the pointer is getting deleted. The data in that particular file will be there, but the pointer uh, between the inode and the name of the file new one is getting deleted. Therefore, we are not able to see the file name new one here. Okay. Okay, so let's move on to the some other commands without delaying. Okay. So for example, I want to let me navigate to the cd dot dot yeah. So pwd just to check the home directory. Yeah, so I'm in the home directory as of now. Okay. So cd cloud I've yeah. So yeah. So what I wanted to check it here. So we have created some of the files, name, config, version. So I just want to identify in which particular directory I have placed those files. Okay. So I am into this particular directory /home/cloud user. So I will give this particular path because I know I have created the file somewhere here. So home. Uh, so now under this particular directory somewhere that particular file is there. So let's say I remember the name of the file, and name of the file is config, or maybe let's say versions. So you can see, I mean, we have this particular file version under the directory name cybersec nerd. So for example, if you remember that there is a file, so we can just give a path /home cloud user, maybe the home directory, or like a lot of the configuration files under NIX systems are placed under etc directory. So you can give find /etc minus name and followed by the name of the file, maybe input.conf, output.conf, like those. Okay. So you can also use the locate command. Sorry. Oh, yeah. Locate, let's say version 1. No, it is not giving locate. Okay. I mean, like there are many configuration files, so it has kind of given me the paths of all those configuration files. So it is not recommended. Maybe if your file is locate version. Uh, so these are the files with the version. So again, it is difficult to find because I have given a kind of normal name. Okay. So just skip this, this is just an alternative. If you have a unique file name which is not related to your system documentation, maybe you can use it. So let's go ahead. So we have seen the use of the find
You have
command.
20 minutes remaining.
Yeah. So find command as well as we have seen, yeah. So locate command as well. So for example, now, let's see. Uh, PWD. So this is the present working directory. Navigate to the cybersec. This is the my subdirectory ls-l to see how many. So these are the files which have been placed in this particular directory. So let's see, I want to see the content of these files. So I can use the cat command to see the contents of these files. We need not use any kind of the editor or getting into the edit mode, uh, because the content is likely to get changed. So we are not recommending as long as you just wanted to see the content of those files. So config. So this is the command. With the use of the cat command, you can see the contents of these files. Symmetric cryptography. So this is the content. Okay. So apart from that, okay. So let's say this file is very short, but if in the configuration file there's a lot of data, right? So let's say you don't want to see all the contents of these files, so you can also use some other commands like head. So let's say you just want to see the first two lines of this particular file. So the file name is config. Yeah. So you can see symmetric cryptography DS. So this is the first two files. So similarly, take an example if you want to see the last two lines of this particular files. Like in most of the log files, you are only interested in most of the recent log getting generated or getting forwarded, right? So let's say uh, tail. Let's only last two lines of this particular file config. Sorry. Mm, I think there is no. Okay. So let's say the last two lines are empty, I guess. So four lines config. Yeah. So here you can see, I mean, these are the blank spaces for to the lines. So these are the last four lines. You can also use tail command. If the file is pretty large, you can use some of the commands known as less uh, config. So this particular command basically helps you with scrolling, navigating into the next screen or the previous screen. You can use space. So this is a quite a short file. There is no next screen there, right? So this is end. And for the getting into navigating to the previous screen, you can use B as a key, right? So like you can see, there is nothing there. So just okay.